When you get a medical scan or imaging, your personal information is tied to it. According to a recent investigation, billions of these images with our information are being leaked on the internet. So, is this scary?
Yes,
Scary.
incredibly scary.
I mean, if you got all the pictures in my office and they got out, that would be a problem.
And not only that, people's dates of birth, social security numbers, and all those things you link into your medical record, not just your images.
That unfortunately, that when you check in as a patient, you have to give them all that information. So if that gets out, they basically have everything they need to steal your identity.
And we've talked on the show about securing your financial information, your health information, but this is something a lot of us have not thought about. Joining us now via Skype is the Director of Communications for the Coalition Against Insurance Fraud, James Quiggle. James, us docs obviously a little bit concerned about this. How concerned overall should people be about this problem?
This is a very unsettling situation. Our health, our safety, our well-being, and our access to quality health insurance, our own policies, is now being potentially jeopardized by this crime. There are bad actors on the dark web that are trading and swapping and buying and selling information just like this so that they compile a complete medical profile of people just like you. They use that information to make fake claims against your health policy. They're defrauding your health policy, and there's so many things that can happen to you.
Can you give an example of how that might look in terms of, let's say they get someone's identity, and then how do they go about defrauding their health insurance?
They could go up to your health policy and say, okay, we're making a huge claim for cancer treatment, and you may not even have cancer, but maybe they've altered the image that they've stolen, the x-rays or other images, to make it look like you have cancer. Maybe they have crooked doctors who are willing to attest that these are expensive cancer treatments that are being lodged against your policy.
So this is a complex scheme.
This is actually pretty complicated. So as a patient, how does one protect themselves from this?
We have to ask, how password protected are these images? How are the servers protected? How easy it is for these actors just to walk in? Should there be more astute and assiduous password protection by the medical offices? Should the medical industry itself, should the hospital and medical systems that are buying up these medical practices, should they impose system-wide standards that harden the servers and the information against easy walk-in theft by bad actors? I think everyone needs to insist on much harder standards and to make it much harder going forward for crooks to not have this easy access to information.
As a layperson, what can I do to protect my images? Is there anything?
First of all, you don't have to give your medical provider your social security number when they ask for it on the form. That's not required, and don't do it. If you're in a Wi-Fi zone at a coffee shop, be very careful about using your patient portal, because there could be lurkers who are trying to steal your information and data. So you should do that. You should always check your credit rating, because often unpaid medical bills will pile up and destroy your credit, and that can take years to overcome and thousands of dollars to get your good name back.
With technology nowadays, a lot of people don't realize you can often go online and see every single medical bill that has been filed with your insurance company. If you start to notice that there are bills out there that you have no idea where they came from, it's time to raise a red flag. Really quickly, if you think that your identity has been stolen and this is happening, what do? Do you call your insurance company and say, hey, please stop paying this out? Any recourse?
First, file a police report so you're on the record as having reported this. So, there are people who've actually been arrested for fraud because they were inaccurately considered to charged with defrauding their health policy. It wasn't their fault, but they were charged. So be on the record so you can't be accused of defrauding your health policy. I'd also talk to my health insurance company immediately, let them know, ask for access to all of your accounts so that you have a chance to correct the bills and correct your medical records. I'd also find out what other medical providers you do have who might have the inaccurate records and inaccurate files that could be used against you. Try to take those, get those files, get access to them, and have the record changed so that accurate information is on your records.